Hi guys, welcome back to Guyset, a guy's guide to what should be talked about. Welcome back to another Dear Guyset episode, or Ask Me Anything episode, where I answer the questions that you guys have sent in, you guys have written in. You can go to my website, guyset.com right now, and there's a place at the top nav bar that says Ask Me Anything. You can ask me anything right there. It goes directly to me. You can be completely anonymous. You can say your name. You can say whatever you want, basically, and I will be sure to talk about it. Like, try and keep it to a question and not like, I don't know, something else. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, you can ask me a question right there. That's the easiest way to do it. You can also send it to me on Instagram, TikTok, all my DMs. Like, there's a million places to find me, but the website's the easiest, guyset.com. And I will answer all of the questions that you guys have sent in. So I try and do this segment or this type of episode every month where I answer questions that you guys have sent in, that I've heard, that I've been asked directly, that I've heard indirectly, that I found online, and I compile like the 10 best questions that, or not best, like just the 10 questions that I think really should be talked about, that I think would be good questions to bring on Guyset that maybe don't require a full episode, but are more like I can just give my opinion in like a minute to 5 minutes, hopefully, and answer the question directly, because that is what, or indirectly, we'll see how it goes. But that is what Guyset is. That's like the whole point of the podcast, to talk about the things that should be talked about for guys in their 20s, and the topics that are uncomfortable, that make you feel like you should know the answer, that make you feel weird for not knowing the answer sometimes, that make you feel uncomfortable, that make you feel like you should already know this, and why do I not already know this, and why is there nowhere to tell me the answer to that question, and how do I find out that answer? And of course, I'm just one guy. This is just my opinion on these questions. These aren't answers. These are my opinions, my perspectives, what I think about them, how I would handle the situation. And I think that is really helpful. Like, I think it's just helpful to have one person's opinion, whether that be something you listen to, something you follow, or something that you just use to inform your own opinion, you use to make your own opinion. And I can hopefully be like a little bit of advice or a little bit of help in thinking through your question, or in feeling less weird about it, because mostly every single one of these questions on here I have had before in my head, and I have felt weird for thinking before, or been like, why do I not know that answer? Like, where am I supposed to find the answer to that question? And that's exactly why I started Guyset in the first place. And I think these are my favorite episodes to do. These are some of the highest rated episodes that I do, meaning like the ones that get the most listeners. And I plan to do these every month or so. And I love doing them. I think it's so much fun. On that note, just like one other quick thing, you can also go to guyset.com, and I started like that. You can now head over to guyset.com for so many blog posts. I'm going to be updating them every single week with new blog posts, with answers to questions, or my perspectives to the questions. Every time I say answers, it's not answers. You know what I mean. And that was the whole purpose of Guyset in the first place, was just to have like a really easy place, a resource to find quick advice, perspectives, recommendations on the things you're wondering about, curious about, thinking about, and don't know where to find the answers to. And I started it as a website, and it is now back as a website. I'm really, really excited about it. I've been working on it for months with this awesome girl named Tiffany, who helped me design the website and has brought my entire vision to life. This is the first week that I'm launching it, so there may be like, I don't know, there's not as many blog posts as I would want to be on there, but every week, every day, basically, you can go on there and find new blog posts, new things that I'm thinking about recommending, posting about, just things that I'm talking about, things that I think should be talked about. And it's just like another extension of this podcast, or like the world of Guyset, what I'm trying to build, and like what I've always envisioned for Guyset to be. And I'm so fucking excited about it. So you can head over to guyset.com right now, guyset.com. Same name as the podcast. It's all just like under the same roof, all in the same family. And I'm so thrilled about it. Like, it's just what I've always wanted for this whole thing, is for it to be a podcast and a blog and just like this huge resource guide where you can type in like one of these questions, and there will be a blog post that has the answer or perspective, recommendation, advice on that question. And you can read it quickly, but you can also go to an episode like this and hear a longer perspective or a longer form opinion on it. And it's just building out kind of my vision for this whole thing, kind of my dream for this whole thing even further. And I'm really, really excited about it. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. The first question is, when should I text her after I get her number at the bar? I think this is a question that I have absolutely had before. I think this is a question that I'm sure every single guy has and has had at some point in their life. I think you should probably text her the next morning, because if you're at a bar, the assumption is that you are drunk and you have had drinks and you're not going to send the best message at night unless the energy is like so palpable, so great, like you're really feeling the vibes. And you think, I mean, there's, it just depends on so many different things. Like if you think you're going to go hook up that night, or you meet a girl at the bar and you left and you want to find her and you want to like tell her to come to the next bar and meet her out with your tell her to meet you out with your friends, then you can text her that night. Like if you get her number, of course you should be like, Josh from X bar, like when you get the number, just so that she has the number and then she'll respond. This is more so I think referring to the next text, like the, hey, so nice to meet you, like would love to see you on Thursday type of text. I think that should come the next morning or the day after, like sometime before 12:01 the next day. It doesn't have to be that, but I just think that's probably like the best case scenario, or like the best thing you can do, because I'm hoping, and I think you're also hoping, that she's thinking about you and she's excited about what you're going to text her and the potential of what this could be or what this could become. So I think you shouldn't hold off for so long that it's like 6 p.m. the next day and you're making her wait and you're like holding out for nothing, because like there's no need to play a game like that. I think the next morning when you wake up, sometime before the afternoon rolls around, is a really good time to send like a, hey, it was so nice to meet you last night. I would love to get drinks with you. How's this Thursday? That type of text. So I would say next morning. But again, like if it's like you're really feeling the energy, the vibes are really great, like just send it that night and be like, hey, like would love to see you out. I'm at this next bar, or hey, like would love to meet up later. Let me know what you're doing, that type of thing. It really, really depends on the situation and the energy. But I think for the most part, you're safe on not safe, but like, you know what I mean? You're set the morning after. That's probably like when you're in your best mindset and you're going to send the best text and not say something that you're going to regret, or be like, fuck, should I have said that? Like, oh my God, fuck. Like, I don't know why I just said that. And like edit the text, like undo send, like just something, it's just the next morning is my recommendation. Okay. The next question is, how often do you drink? A lot. No, I mean, yes. I mean, I do. I drink like a normal amount, I think, for a 25-year-old guy. I feel like I'm at the doctor's office and the doctor's like, how much do you usually drink on a week? And I'm like, this actually happened recently. I was at the doctor and they were like, how often do you drink? And I was like, like sometimes. And they're like, what, sometimes? And I was like, like 1 or 2 or 7 or, like 1 or 2 drinks. And they're like, oh, like how often? I'm like, every day. No, like I don't know, on the weekends I drink, like Friday, Saturday, Thursday, sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Tuesday, sometimes. Like normal amount, like, the normal amount. And I'm, a normal amount, I think, for a 25-year-old guy. No, I mean, I think if you feel like you're in control, I'm taking this in like a totally different direction. I think you just asked me how much I drink, and I'm like, yeah, I drink. But I think if you feel like you're in control of your alcohol, or you feel in control of what you're drinking, you don't feel like it's gotten out of control, it's not affecting your moods or your mindset or the way you're acting or the way you're treating people around you or your work, or it's not affecting like the really important things in your life, your relationships, your family, your career. Like if it's not getting into all of that, I think you're good, and I think I'm good. I do. Like I really think I drink a very normal amount and a probably average amount, for maybe more than average, definitely more than I think I should just like let this motor mouth stop for a second. I think I drink a normal amount for a guy who's 25. But again, like if you don't feel like you drink a normal amount, or you feel like it's out of control, or you feel like you want to get it under control, I actually have an episode like for this. I did an episode with my friend Brian. It was, let me find the episode number because it was really good. And he actually stopped drinking after college, or after our first year out of college. It's episode 47. It's called Drinking and Sobriety with Brian Busgo. Came out April 23rd, 2024. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I love having that ability to have like, oh, I have an episode like this. You're not asking about, you're not even saying that like you're drinking too much or you feel like you're out of control. I'm just giving all the, he stopped drinking a year after college because he felt like he was out of control with it and felt like it was affecting him. And I'll let you listen to his own words in it. I think it's a really, really amazing episode. And I am so grateful that he came on and talked about it in such a vulnerable way and such an honest way. I think that is exactly what guys don't do and are afraid of. And it's absolutely a topic that should be talked about for guys in their 20s or before 20s, like all of that. Like, drinking is something that we have to be responsible with because it can easily affect your life and your relationships and can slip into all of that. So, you just asked me how many drinks I have, and I went on a whole rant. I think, or how much I drink, or how often you said. Wow, I don't even think I answered your question at all. How often I drink? Like, like on the weekends. Wow. I guess I was projecting. I drink like Friday, Saturday, Thursday sometimes, maybe Wednesday sometimes. Just depends on the week and like how much I have going on. That's how often I drink. Okay, the next question is, what is the best way for a girl to flirt with guys? This question came from a girl, and I'm so excited about it because I think that it's so easy. Like, I have such a simple answer for you. Just talk to us. Like, all you have to do is talk to us. That is how to flirt with guys. We will take it as flirting. Like, for the most part, guys will take you talking to us as like, oh, she's into me or she likes me and I'm in. Like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, I think for the most part, if you just talk to us, we will take the hint because it doesn't even need to be a hint. Just speak words, speak English to us, and we'll be thrilled. Whatever you think is flirting, like, I think we will pick up as flirting and we will appreciate. Like, guys always appreciate when girls come up to them at the bar first because it never happens. And I think, like, that's something that guys are like, why can't girls just do that? Like, if you want to say hi to a guy or you're interested in him, like, just walk up and say hi. It's that easy, I really think. And I think it's that easy for guys, too. I really do. Well, let me go back. I don't think it's that easy for guys because I've been in that situation, too, where it's not easy. It's not. I think it's way easier for girls because we will pick up anything you do as flirting and be excited about it and be like, oh, my God, she likes me. Oh, my God. We're very simple creatures. I think we will literally be like, oh my God, she's into me. Like, she just said hi to me. And I think that can become a problem too, because we take everything as we think she likes me. So I would say beyond just saying hi, the simple words of hi, hello in the English language, I would say like you could touch our arm or like be a little touchy or be like, ah, ha, 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 ha. I made myself laugh. Just like laugh at our bad jokes. Like I'm assuming for the most part, a guy is going to make some sort of joke or try to attempt to. I think laugh at that, and that will be taken absolutely as flirting. Like if you're just like, ha ha, ha, like that was funny, done. Say less. Like we got it. Check the books. Like get out of here. Everybody, put your punch cards in. Like we're good for the day. Go. Like we got it. Cut. That's what I was trying to say. Cut. Like we got it. Just say hi. Be touchy. Touchy is always considered flirty, I think, for either guy or girl. And then laughing and like being like overly like, ha 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 ha, like good one. Like that was really funny. Like don't dumb yourself down, of course, because like you're usually for the most part probably smarter than us. So if we say something really stupid, like obviously, but I think you got this one. Okay, the next question is, how do I tell my friend he kind of smells? I think you need to tell him as soon as fucking possible. Like, he needs to know that information. That is pertinent information. If your friend is stinky or smelly or just, like, has odor, body odor, and was walking around like that, like, it is your responsibility as a friend to tell him. Like, you need to be like, dude, you smell bad. Like, you smell like shit, and we got to fix that, because they don't want to smell like shit either. Like, maybe there's some like underlying medical condition going on, and like, I don't know the ins and outs of this person's smells or their body odor, but for the most part, you need to be like, dude, like, you stink. Like, hey, like, are you good? Like, are you using deodorant? Like, are you forgetting? Like, of course it's a weird conversation to have, but I think for the most part, like, everybody would be appreciative if you are just like, you do not smell good. Like, I want you to smell better, because I'm assuming you want to get a girlfriend and you want to smell good. And just in general, like, not even for the other, like, to be dating, but absolutely for dating. Like, they need to smell good. Girls will be like, ew. And they don't want that at all. Like, that would be really bad. So you're being a good friend. You are doing what you are supposed to do as a friend by telling them as soon and as early as possible. Like, when this episode drops, you need to tell your friend, be like, hey, dude, like, are you good? Or like, hey, dude, you need to put deodorant on, and like, you should try this cologne. Oh, you could do it in like a nicer way. You could be like, I just got this really good cologne. I think you'd really like it. Like, you should try it on. And if they're like, nah, like, I'm doing like a natural deodorant, you're like, okay, now we get it. Or like, if there's something like, they'll like explain themselves. I would recommend that route, because I think it can be awkward to be like, you smell like fucking shit. So I think the best course of action here would be like, hey, I got this new cologne. I think you should try it. Like, my girlfriend loves it, or like, this girl I was seeing loves it, and I've heard that I smell really good, or I was talking to this girl and she said I smell really good. Like, you should try this, and offer them like a spritz or a spray of it. And or the most simple thing is be like, you stink, and they will appreciate that, even if it's not in the moment. Even if in the moment they're like, what? Like, fuck you, dude. Like, no, I don't. They will appreciate it in the future, and you are being a great friend by doing that. You have to do that. Okay. He needs to know, like, right now. Okay, the next question is, how should I feel about my girlfriend reading smut? I mean, you're watching porn. Like, come on, right? And even if you say you're not, you are. Like, let's call a spade a spade. You've watched porn, you're watching porn, you watched it today, you're watching it tomorrow. Like, what's wrong with her reading smut? Like, that's her version of that. And I'm assuming that because you asked this, you're feeling a little weird about it, maybe a little bit insecure about it, maybe a little bit uncomfortable about it. It's something new to you, like, and that's okay. Like, all those feelings, everything I just listed out, like, totally normal to feel like weird about something that's not happened before, or weird about a new, it also says, I just learned what that word was. Yeah, I think that's like a very new word for most guys to learn. I think like all girls probably know what that word is. If you don't know what smut is, this is probably a good time to do like a little definition. Smut is like well, I don't even know it. I should Google it. I'll give you my words of it, and then I'll Google it, because I think that would be better than me just like mumbling around it. But smut is like a book that talks about like sex, or like sex, not positions, but like a book when like the characters are like doing it. A book when the characters are like are fucking. Okay, let me Google it before I continue. Okay, smut, SMUT, smut. Here we go. The term smut has several meanings, but is most commonly refers to obscene or sexually explicit material, particularly in the context of literature, film, and fan fiction. Okay, yeah, so like focuses on explicit sex scenes and on focuses heavily on physical intimacy. The term is used in contrast with less explicit steamy romance or erotic fiction, and its usage can differ depending on the community. Yeah, that's it. It's just like sexual material, like explicit characters fucking is like the best way to say this. And I think like it's not that big of a deal. I actually think I don't think it's a big deal at all. Like, I think that if she's reading, like, that's good. She's picking up a book. She's intelligent. That's a good sign. I think you should read. I think we should all read. Maybe you'd even like the book. I think you should do a book club with her. I think you should read it with her. Or like use it in your own relationship. How about that? I think this should not be a thing that you're, again, like, it's okay if you're uncomfortable with it or just like adjusting to it. I think that you should be fine with it because it doesn't matter, and like that she enjoys it. And I think most girls probably tend to enjoy this. I think every woman probably tends to. I don't know. I can't, I'm speaking for all the trees again. Like I just spoke for all the guys. I can't speak for all the trees in this one either. Not the Lorax. I think that I don't think it's a big deal at all. I think that like cool. Like your girlfriend's reading smut, your girlfriend's reading. You're watching porn. Like it does not matter. Let them have their thing. Let her have her thing, and it's not even like a let her type of thing. It's like she does that. That's something that she does and she likes doing. And I think since you explicitly said, how should I feel about my girlfriend reading smut? I think that you should feel okay with it and you should feel good about it. Like, cause it does not matter. And, it's like, she likes it. Who cares? Like, good. Okay. The next question is, wow, that was like a little smut lesson. Now, you know, the more you know. Okay. The next question is, what's a way I can sound more confident than insecure? Total change up. Absolute curveball from that last smut one. I think the way that you can sound more confident is there's two things. I think it's body language and in the way you speak. So I think, if you're talking without a lot of filler words, I actually just saw this author speak recently. Her name's Elizabeth Gilbert. One of her books is called Big Magic that I absolutely fucking love. I recommend it to everybody. It's on like creativity and how to be more creative. I think everybody would like that book. I heard her speak recently for her new book, and she did not miss a single word. She was so confident. She was so sure of herself. She was so precise in what she was saying. And she did an audience Q&A, and somebody asked her something similar to this, actually. I think it was about confidence or about how to not care. It was about how to not care what people think about you. And she said, I just tell the truth. And that's it. Like, I say what I know to be true, and that's it. Like, she's no longer afraid of press interviews. She's no longer really gets nervous before press or before doing an interview because she just tells the truth. And I think that's kind of the key to this question is, how do you feel or sound more confident? You just tell the truth and you say what you believe and what you know. And that also comes with like feeling like you're smart or feeling like what you say has worth and is meaningful, because it is. I think everybody can speak smartly, and I think when you come into trouble with what you're saying, is what I just did right there, is when you overthink what you're about to say or what you are currently saying, and you get nervous about it and you start to backpedal and you're like, what the fuck am I saying? And is this going to be correctly heard, or are they going to read this differently than what I expected? Are they going to like listen to what I'm saying and come away with like a different takeaway than what I wanted them to come away with? And that's not even your responsibility. Like, what everybody else does with what you say is not your responsibility. All you can do is say what you believe and what you know to be true and what you believe to be true. And I think that way you will come off so much more confident. So I would say, try not to overthink what you're saying. Try not to backpedal so much when you're talking. Try not to be like, are they going to perceive this the way that I want them to? Like, are they going to hear this the way that I'm hoping it is heard? If you get rid of all of that, if you stop that noise, if you stop the own judgment that you're creating in your head about what everyone else is going to think of what you're saying, and you just start telling the truth or what you believe to be true, what you know to be true, you will come off as so much more confident and less insecure. And I think that's one really good way to sound more confident. I also think it's in body language. So the way you talk, I'm slouching right now. If you're watching on YouTube, you can watch this full episode on YouTube, by the way, just like a quick plug. If you're slouching down and you're not standing tall and you're not, like your shoulders are hunched down, if you're standing up tall and your shoulders are back, people will think you're more confident automatically. People will take you more seriously automatically. Like, if you're in a meeting and you're slouched over, or if you're like leaned over, or your leg, like you're sitting like I am right now. I'm in a very comfortable position because like I do this really comfortably. But if you're trying to look confident and it's something you're actively working on, I think it's all in your body language and in what you think about what you're saying. It's two things. I think it's pretty simple, twofold. Stand up taller and like put your shoulders back, like try and get as tall as you can. And I think if everybody does that right now, like they'll be like, oh shit, I'm slouching. Like I am literally like right now. And try not to overthink what you're saying. Like really work on that. And that takes practice. That's like an active thing that you have to do to be like, oh shit, like why did I not continue with what I was saying? And why did I backpedal? Why did I overthink that? That's an active practice. Like you have to keep working on that in order to get to a place where you feel more comfortable and confident. So I think those are two really good ways. Okay, the next question is, when is the last time you cried? I cried really recently. I was watching a TikTok on the toilet like 2 days ago. And I watched like these like military homecoming videos, and I cried. I cry all the time watching, like I tear up all the time watching like random TikTok videos. They hit you out of nowhere, or like Instagram Reels, whatever your preferred social media platform is. And like, I don't know. Guys don't cry. Yeah, they do. Everybody cries. Like some people just cry more than others, and some people are afraid to, or not afraid, but like some people don't admit it as much. I'll tear up from a lot. I've cried the other night watching Hamilton. That was more recent than the TikTok poop one. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm emotional. I get emotional about things. I'm connected to all of that. I don't mind crying or getting emotional over things or tearing up. I think it means that you're paying attention and you're active and you're present in what's going on, and you're probably attaching your own meaning or your own kind of thoughts to what's happening in front of you, and maybe like projecting a little bit onto that. And that's the last 2 times I cried. Okay. The next question is, how do I know if this is it with a girl? Okay. I think the answer is pretty easy, and I'm not going to say, I've answered something similar to this before, and I've just kind of been like the answer, like when it's it. I'm going to try and formulate my words into words because I'm on a podcast, and that's the point of this. I think if this is it with a girl, and I'm assuming you're talking about going into a relationship and not marriage. I think it probably applies to both. I think if this is it, if you are super comfortable and you are fully yourself around the person you are with, and you're not afraid that what you're going to say is going to be perceived weirdly or differently, or you're thinking about what they're thinking of what you said, kind of similar to what I was just saying before. When you're confident in who you are around that person, when you feel comfortable around them, when you feel safe, they make you feel safe. They make you feel happy to be there when you want to be there, when you miss them, when you're thinking about them, when you see small little things when you're walking to work on the street, or when you're walking back home, or when you see something online or on TV and you're like, I want to send that to her. Like, that made me think of her. I want to tell her that made me think of her. That did just make me think of her. When there's stuff like that where she's in your head and you miss her in the morning and you wish she was there and you want to be with her and you want to see her. And when you're happy and when you're excited when she's around, and when she walks in the door, you get butterflies in your stomach. You get a little bit nervous because you're so excited and happy that she's there. And you can't believe she's sitting across from you, and you can't believe this beautiful girl's across from you. Like, how the fuck did I get so lucky that she's here in front of me? Like, what did I do to deserve this? When you feel all of those ways, it doesn't have to be all of those ways. Like, it's so dependent upon you and your relationship and how you are in general and how you think and how you love and all of that. When you feel some sort of similarity to what I'm saying or what I'm describing, I think you know that this is it. And that's what I mean by like, you feel like you're totally yourself. You're so comfortable when you're hugging that person, when they're in your arms. You feel like everything is right in the world for that second. I think that is when you know. And when you want to tell them when something's up, or you feel comfortable enough to tell them that something is up, and you want their advice and you want their opinion, and you want them to know how you're feeling. You want them to know when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're off, when you're up, like when you're down, when you're all of it. Like, you want that person to be there. You want to talk to them. And I think that's when you know. I think that's when you know that this is it. And you're ready to move from either situation or hookup into something more serious and into something that you're committed to, and when you want to commit to it. And that's an answer that I have created over time and have come to realize and learn and understand. And I think that also just comes with time. The next question is, what are some of the little things you do to show your girl that you care? I think there are so many things you can do, but this is also pretty simple. And I think we tend to overcomplicate things like this that don't need to be complicated whatsoever. I think the answers are like, get her flowers when you're thinking of her, when you're about to go see her randomly. Like, they don't have to be like a huge fucking bouquet. Like, you can just get her like a little flower arrangement. I think she'll appreciate any time you do that. Holding the door for her, making her feel happy and comfortable, saying, I think you look beautiful right now. I think you look so pretty. I think your hair looks great. I think your nails look great. I think I like your necklace. I like your smile. Like, any compliment is a really good little thing to do to show your girl you care. Pick up on things. Like, listen. Active listening is probably the biggest one, I would say. If she says something, this is a tip I heard from my friend that I've applied. If she says something and you want to remember it and you want to come back to it, pull out your phone and like write it in your notes app. Like, if she says that she wants, like, she's been thinking about this blanket or something, like, pull out your phone and write that in your notes app. And like, when the next birthday comes up or the next anniversary or holiday or Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is, whenever something else comes up, like, go back to that list. And if you like remembered something that she said 3 months ago and you get that as the gift, that is so thoughtful and caring. And that will show her, that's one of the little things that will show her that you care and that you care about her and you're just happy to be there with her. And even smaller than that, like remembering something she said last week and then asking her how that's going. Like, if there's something she said about work last week and she said like, ugh, like this one coworker's being such a fucking bitch, the next week, like, if you remember and be like, hey, like, is she still being a fucking bitch? Like, she will appreciate that. And she'll be like, yes, she is still being a fucking bitch. I think that's a really good thing to do. Like, just remember the things that she says. Make sure you're actively listening in the conversations you're having. I think that's a really good little thing to show that you care. Coming back to the conversation you had last week or the week before, checking back in on it, asking about her family, asking about her friends, making an active effort to like extend yourself to be with those friends and asking about them, asking about the things going on in her life, bringing stuff up from the past or bringing up old conversations. And if you like, remember that she loves the color pink and that she loves elephants. And if you see like and that she loves little dogs, if you see like a little dog on the street, take a picture and send it to her. Like, it's that simple. And I think it's the things that remind you of her, the things that make you think of her, tell her and be like, hey, I just passed this place and made me think of you. That's a little thing. Like, there's so many little things you can do throughout the day, throughout the week that will remind you that you care, remind her that you're thinking of her. And anytime you think of her, just text her and say hi. Those are all really good ones. And if you have any more, let me know and I will add them to the list and I will share with everybody because I think everybody could use help in all of these departments. And if you sent in one of these questions, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you writing these in because that makes these episodes happen. That makes this whole thing basically happen. And there's a couple questions that were sent in that I'm going to make into full episodes. I think they deserve like a full 30-minute kind of conversation around them. And like questions that I got where I was like, ooh, that is something that I think about, that I want to kind of create like a framework around, or I want to think of more advice or go online and find more advice and find things that I want to like share with you guys about those topics. So your questions and you guys and everybody who writes in and everything really inspires me and makes Guyset what it is. Thank you so much for writing this in. I hope that what I said was helpful, gave you some sort of advice or a new perspective, and that you can bring back to the question that you had. And I hope that my answers made you feel more comfortable, more seen, less anxious, less nervous, less like you're feeling weird about it. Like, I hope you know that literally I have had all of these questions. Like, every single one of them I've been like, oh yeah, like what? Like, I feel that way too. And seriously, thank you so much for writing in. Like, these are my favorite episodes to do, and I love them. I think they're so much fun, and I hope that you take something away from this, and I hope you'll write in more questions. If you have any questions, send them to go to guyset.com, Guyset.com. There's an ask me anything right there, and it's super easy. You can write like an anonymous name. You can write literally anything, and I will be sure to talk about it. Thank you. That is the episode. That is the episode. Thank you so much for listening to Guyset, a guy's guide to what should be talked about. I'm Josh. I'm 25 years old, and I'm here every single week, every single Tuesday to talk about what should be talked about for guys in their 20s. If you liked this episode, I really hope you did. Please like, subscribe, give this podcast 5 stars. And if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, not 4, 3, 2, 1, it's 5 stars. Thank you so much for that. I really, really, really appreciate that. If you have anything to talk about that should be talked about for guys, so 20, send it to my email, my DMs. No, actually, I'm going to get rid of that. If you have anything to talk about that should be talked about, go to my website, guyset.com, Guyset.com. Ask me anything right there, and I will be sure to talk about it. You can also head over to Guyset, If you have anything you want to talk about, If you have anything you want me to talk about that should be talked about for guys in their 20s, head over to Guyset.com, Guyset.com. Ask me anything right there, and I will be sure to talk about it. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at The Guyset and at Guyset, Guyset. Thank you so much for listening to Guyset, a guy's guide to what should be talked about, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. See you guys.